We live in a world that is changing very fast. The pace of change is accelerating, and not everything that we see changing is for the better. In fact, many people would argue that several things are changing for the worse. So we're not talking about change for change's sake. We're talking about change that produces desirable results. So the important question is not whether we are changing. I would imagine that we could say that change, in fact, is inevitable, whether you manage it or not. The part that is optional is to grow, to achieve the positive outcomes of change. And that's where I want to focus our conversation today. It is really an honor for me to share with you and hear the story of your success. And as the title of this presentation, we want to continue to build on this proven success that you have created for this company. What I would like to do for a few minutes is for each one of you to turn to the person next to you and share one significant challenge, change challenge, that your organization, your team, your department is currently facing. And we're going to use that example through this presentation so you can come up with new ideas, new approaches on how to make a positive difference. So let's hear from some volunteers that want to share your current challenge in your particular organization. Who wants to, by raise of hands, or I'm going to start picking some people in the audience?
I want to go first.
Oh, great. Can you tell us your name and where do you work? So your challenge, just to pause in this situation because we want to capture the essence of this challenge. He's trying to manage the inventory levels, and they go up and down. But your ability to manage that inventory correctly depends on you getting information as quickly as possible, as accurate as possible from others, so your inventory doesn't do constant whip-tail swing.
You know, I mean, it's not their fault. They supply us. We need to pay them. You know, why should we hold their money? We pay them, but then it comes from getting our documents back from the field and getting them actually entered, and then the inventory starts to decrease. So.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. We really want to understand what is really driving the root cause for all problems. As we hear a situation with inventory, or with entering the healthcare, or bidding projects in a new way, or cooperating with a corporate excellence center, whatever is your initiative, very quickly it all comes down to people. Are people able to work well together? And how do we define working well together? So here are the 5 root causes driving all malfunction in a change process. So what is really the key of successful projects? Why projects really succeed? And when it really comes down to it is the ability to align the people with the results, the desired results. First of all, I wanted to share what the change master list looks like. On average, these companies improve by about 360% their value. At the same time, when I look at the list of the change failures, this is a time where a company, under need or by choice, they decided to embark in a significant change, and it failed. And when it failed very drastically. This chart at first tells us very quickly that the difference between success or failure at implementing a change correctly is huge. On average, is 400%, 4 times the value of a company, of a team, of an organization. It could be as much as 1,000%. There are essentially 5 core principles that they're all common sense principles that we all live by that counter each one of the 5 root causes for failure in any change initiative. Building common purpose, clarifying direction, developing capacity, inspiring commitment, achieving results. To the extent that any initiative that we're working on is applying these principles, we are very likely to succeed. To the extent that we are not, we're likely to fail. What we're talking about when we talk about change is about gaining voluntary commitment from individuals to be part of something. If it is forced, it will, in the long run, it just won't work. Organizations have the capacity to renew themselves, continue to grow, continue to achieve and create a greater good for more people if they master the ability to change and renew themselves. That's what I have to share with you today. Thanks very much for your participation.